I used to think our world was fully understood. Every problem had an explanation. Every mystery had a scientific answer waiting to be discovered. Power, in my mind, was simple. It belonged to governments, armies, money, and technology. Gods were stories. Legends were entertainment. Ancient rulers were history lessons. Nothing more. That was how I lived, comfortable, certain, and small. That day started like any other. People were glued to their phones. News anchors argued about politics. Cars filled the roads. Life moved forward on routine alone. Nothing felt important. And nothing felt dangerous. The world felt stable, even boring. Looking back, I realized that was the calm before something far greater than us took notice. It began quietly. The sky didn't explode. There were no sirens at first. The color of the clouds shifted, slowly, unnaturally, like a painting being, altered by an unseen hand. Phones lost signal. Satellites went dark. Power grids failed across entire cities without warning. Screens flickered, then showed only static. On television, scientists appeared with pale faces and shaking voices. They spoke of energy readings that made no sense, of signals that came from nowhere and everywhere at the same time. No one used the word attack. No one said alien. They simply said they didn't know. That was when the silence spread. Birds stopped flying. Streets emptied. Even the wind felt hesitant, as if the planet itself was waiting. The air felt heavy on my chest. Breathing became harder, not because of fear, but because something unseen pressed down on reality. I felt it inside my head before I understood it. A pressure, not pain, but awareness. Like being looked at, studied, judged. I felt small in a way I never had before. Like humanity had suddenly been placed under a microscope. Governments declared emergencies. Militaries went on full alert. Religious leaders spoke of judgment days and prophecies. Scientists spoke of cosmic anomalies. None of them were right. None of them were even close. Then it happened. A golden presence filled everything. Not the sky, not space. Everything. There was no shape I could describe. No ship, no body. Just power. Authority. Certainty. It did not arrive loudly. It simply existed, as if it had always been meant to be there. In that moment, I understood something terrifying. We were no longer alone in our own universe. It happened to everyone at the same time. No warning, no sound, no voice. Just a sudden understanding that something ancient had entered our reality. It wasn't curiosity or confusion that came first. It was recognition. Like a memory buried deep inside, humanity had been awakened all at once. People reacted differently, but no one was unaffected. Some fell to their knees without knowing why. Others cried, overwhelmed by a feeling they couldn't explain. A few felt anger rise in their chest, a desperate need to resist whatever was pressing down on the world. Soldiers froze where they stood. Men and women trained for war felt fear without danger, fear without an enemy they could aim at. Leaders felt it the hardest. The confidence they wore like armor vanished. In that presence, their titles felt childish. Then awareness shifted and attention focused. He did not appear the way stories describe gods. There was no throne, no crown, no wings. What existed was a towering golden presence, more idea than flesh. Looking at him felt impossible, like trying to stare directly at the sun while understanding its weight at the same time. He did not radiate kindness or anger. He radiated certainty, absolute control, the kind of authority that does not need to prove itself. Weapons felt useless. Technology felt primitive. Borders felt imaginary. None of it mattered to him. His attention moved across humanity like a cold, perfect scan. Every war we fought, Every lie we told ourselves, every excuse for cruelty, every act of greed hidden behind laws and flags. It all passed before him in moments. There was no place to hide, no thought could be buried, no secret could survive. Truth became unavoidable. Power, the kind humans fought and killed for, suddenly felt fake. Hollow, like children playing at control in a universe that never belonged to them. Then he spoke, not through sound, not through language. The words appeared inside every mind, clear and sharp, leaving no room for misunderstanding. You are divided. You are wasting your potential. There was no insult in it, no anger, just fact. In that instant, I understood something that shook me deeper than fear. He wasn't impressed by our survival. He wasn't moved by our suffering. He wasn't inspired by our achievements. He was measuring us, and the truth became impossible to ignore. He did not come to save us. He came to decide whether we were worth keeping. The world did not collapse with fire or explosions. It collapsed. Quietly, governments tried to speak, but their words felt empty the moment they were spoken. Press conferences were held, statements were read, promises were made, but none of it carried weight anymore. Presidents looked tired. Generals looked uncertain. Billionaires suddenly felt powerless. Authority still existed on paper, but everyone could feel it was gone. Religions broke apart almost instantly. Some people called him God and begged for mercy. Others called him a demon and demanded resistance. Neither name mattered. There was no reaction to prayers or curses. Faith, in that moment, felt like noise. Belief did not impress him. Fear did not move him. Only outcomes mattered. Only results. Militaries discussed options. Missiles were ready. Weapons were aimed. But no one gave the order. Not because of diplomacy, not because of hope. Because every soldier knew, deep down, that it would mean nothing. There was no target to destroy, no victory to claim. Fear spread, but it was a calm fear. It's the kind that comes from understanding limits. Something strange began to happen across the world. Crime slowed. In many places, it stopped completely. It's not because police were stronger, but because people felt watched, not judged seen. Lying felt difficult, like forcing words through a locked door. Violence felt heavy, like moving through deep water. The world did not freeze, but it slowed, as if humanity was finally aware of itself. Then the vision came. It was not shown on screens or spoken aloud. It appeared inside the mind. A vision of what humanity could have been. A single world. No borders carved by greed. No children starving while others wasted food. No endless wars fought for pride or profit. Cities built for living, not surviving. Knowledge shared instead of hoarded. Strength used to protect, not dominate. That vision hurt more than fear ever could, because it was possible. The realization spread quickly and painfully. Humanity was not evil. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was unfinished, distracted, divided, small in thinking, not in potential. Silence followed. Not the silence of peace, but the silence of waiting. No one begged anymore. No one threatened. No one pretended to be in control. The world waited, not for forgiveness, not for rescue. For a decision, the judgment did not come with thunder or anger. There was no punishment, no raised voice, no threat of destruction. The words arrived calm and heavy, like a final truth that could not be argued with. Every mind received the same, understanding at the same time. Humanity was intelligent but undisciplined, creative but selfish, capable of building wonders yet addicted to comfort and constant conflict. Progress had been achieved but never protected. Knowledge had grown, but wisdom had been ignored. Potential had been wasted again and again. There was no mockery in this assessment, no cruelty, just observation. In his universe, weakness was not a tragedy. It was a death sentence. Species that failed to unite did not survive. Civilizations that argued while enemies grew were erased. Survival required order. Strength required unity. Chaos was not freedom, was decay. Obedience was not described as slavery. It was described as structure, direction, a foundation strong enough to carry an entire species forward. Without it, intelligence turned inward and destroyed itself. History proved this again and again. That truth hurt more than any insult could have. Hatred would have been easier to reject. Fear could have been resisted. But this was different. He was not wrong. Every war of humanity fought for pride. Every system built to benefit a few. Every lie spoken to protect power instead of people. All of it stood exposed. There was no defense left to hide behind. Then the choice was made clear. Not freedom versus control. Direction versus decay. Remain as humanity was, divided and comfortable, and eventually collapse under its own weight. Or accept guidance and change forever. Not instantly, not gently, but completely. The world stood still after the judgment. Not frozen, not destroyed, just silent. There were no celebrations, no riots, no speeches trying to spin the moment into something manageable. Streets were filled with people who didn't know whether to sit, stand, pray, or think. The noise that usually defined human life faded, replaced by something unfamiliar. Stillness. He waited. There was no pressure in that waiting, no countdown, no threat hanging in the air. Time meant nothing to him, and that alone was unsettling. Humanity was used to deadlines, ultimatums, and fear-driven choices. This was different. The decision was ours, and for the first time, there was nowhere to run from it. Power like his did not beg. It did not persuade. It simply existed and allowed others to measure themselves against it. The question began to take shape, quietly. Inside millions of minds at once, not spoken aloud, not demanded, just present. If a being like this came into our world not claiming to be kind, not pretending to be cruel, not offering comfort or punishment, but simply